Let's read the story of little Thumbelina. Once upon a time, there lived a kind old woman who wished with all her heart for a little child. One day, a magical fairy gave her a tiny seed and told her to plant it. The next morning, a beautiful flower bloomed. As its petals slowly opened, the old woman gasped with joy. Sitting inside was the tiniest little girl anyone had ever seen. She was no bigger than a thumb, so the old woman lovingly named her Thumbelina. Thumbelina slept in a soft walnut shell, with flower petals for blankets and leaves for pillows. She loved singing, dancing, and playing among the flowers. Life was happy and peaceful. But one night, a large, ugly toad crept through the open window. Thinking Thumbelina would make a perfect bride for her son, she carried the sleeping girl away and placed her on a lily pad in the middle of a river. When Thumbelina woke up, she was frightened. She cried as the river flowed around her. Kind little fish heard her sobs and decided to help. They nibbled through the lily pad's stem, and soon the lily pad floated away, carrying Thumbelina far from the toads. At last, the lily pad reached the riverbank near a cornfield. There, a friendly field mouse found the lonely little girl. Feeling sorry for her, the mouse invited Thumbelina to stay in her warm underground home. Thumbelina gratefully accepted, and they became good friends. As winter arrived, the field mouse introduced Thumbelina to a rich old mole. The mole wanted Thumbelina to marry him and live in his dark underground tunnels. Although everyone thought it was a wonderful idea, Thumbelina felt sad. She loved sunshine, flowers, and fresh air, not cold, dark tunnels. One day, while walking through an underground passage, Thumbelina found a tiny swallow lying still on the ground. The bird had been injured and left behind when the other swallows flew south for winter. Thumbelina gently cared for the swallow. She wrapped him in soft leaves, kept him warm, and brought him food until he grew strong again. The grateful swallow thanked her for saving his life. When spring arrived, the swallow spread his wings and asked, "Would you like to fly away with me?" Thumbelina smiled happily and climbed onto his back. Together they soared high into the bright blue sky. Thumbelina had never seen such beautiful forests, sparkling rivers, colorful flowers, and singing birds. She felt happier than ever before. The swallow finally landed in a magical meadow filled with wonderful flowers. "This is my home," he said. "I think you'll love it here." Thumbelina stepped into a lovely pink flower. Inside, she met tiny flower people just like herself. For the first time, she felt she truly belonged. The prince of the flower fairies welcomed Thumbelina with a warm smile. He was kind, gentle, and admired her brave heart. He asked if she would become his queen. Thumbelina happily said yes. They celebrated with a joyful wedding surrounded by flowers, sunshine, butterflies, and singing birds. The flower fairies gave Thumbelina beautiful wings so she could fly from flower to flower. From that day on, Thumbelina became the beloved queen of the flower fairies. She never forgot the friends who had helped her along the way, the fish, the field mouse, and the swallow. And she lived happily ever after.
Please like and subscribe for more stories.